Hello, I'm John Steppens and I'm the lead developer of Tyrantagonist Games, totally a real company, and I'm making this game. It's called Pluck, or Pluck Hearts, and this is a showcase for a feature I've been working on. But before I go into the showcase, just in case this is the first video of mine you've interacted, I'll just describe what this game is. It's a puzzle platformer. Here is some platforming, and here is a puzzle. I'm trying to get to that planet up there, and I do that by, well, I've got this instrument, see, I'm spinning it around, the little dude here, and I can use it to grab things, like this heart is, this cloud even, has a heart in it, and I can take it, and I can put it in these other clouds, like this one, for instance, allowing me to get up here, and meet Eod, the Prometheus. He's a monolith, which is a sort of statue thing. It's got a heart, and with it, I now have enough to build a bridge over here, and if I so wanted, I could finish the level. But right now, I don't, because that's not the feature I want to show off. This ludicrous room is the feature I want to show off. Now, I should probably say, this isn't indicative of how the game would actually look, right? So I've built a bunch of stuff, and I've crammed them in, all of them, in this tiny room, just so I can show them off. But so bear that in mind. And also, I guess this video is probably going to be a little drier than other showcases, because there's, like, what I've done, and I've spent 6 months doing this. This has been a really big one, is sort of structure. So, you may have noticed these kind of GUIs up here. I showed them off in earlier videos, but, like, I had a sort of theme for this update. Like the series of updates before my next demo, is I wanted tutorialization to be better, and coherence and conveyance to be better, and a part of that is game structure. And so I decided that instead of just having a string of levels, I would have this sort of hub world where you could enter levels. This is what this is. These are doors. If I look at them, this portal is blue, and this portal is green. You can also sort of see some, like, teeth, hopefully, like right there, covering up the heart, just to show that these doors are locked doors. Hopefully you could tell that at a glance. I tried my best to make it obvious, and so the only doors we have access to right at the very start are these hopefully obvious ones here. And this asks a question: do you see the sun floating above the head? So yes, there are these blue portals and these green portals, and there are these symbols above the head, and I won't explain them yet. Just to take a note that that's a sort of pinkish colour, right? So if I now dive back into level 1, I've placed myself at the end of every single level, so I can very quickly finish it. We can see what winning a level looks like. So that wasn't as smooth as I'd like, but what that does is it sends a bullet to open up a new portal. It goes in a little sine wave, and when the portals are this close, there's a little delay in the middle that I don't like. Anyway, this asks, do you see the moon? There's a symbol of a moon there, instead of these sun symbols, which are far more common, and there's a moon floating above that. So if we complete this pink level, which you can tell is pink because the little spinny icon in the middle is pink, a very faint pink, and the target is a more vibrant pink. So the thing I have to stress, and if we go into the level, the GUI is now pink, because the theme is a pink-themed level. Or at least it would be. I've actually randomised the themes so I can show them off. Yes, so the thing I have to stress here, after we open up a new level, is that this is all systemic. This is all... So, if I tell the game that these levels are suddenly different levels, and that the levels have different themes and different unlocks, the rest of the system will know to show all the correct items. I can add whatever I like now, and it should work. Also, if I quit the game, if I quit to the exit to title screen, sorry, and you can see my lovely logo, and if we continue our game, which I'll use the mouse for, apart from me having to do that again, yeah, it's all saved. Don't worry about that. I thought ahead. So yes, So let's see what this heart does. Does it do the same thing as everything else? No, obviously not, because otherwise I wouldn't be asking this question. It's clearly got something to do with this machine, hopefully, which I have not spoken about yet. This is Oooh, the Oppressor, and it has 0 or 3. So let's complete this clay level instantly, because it's not about showing off puzzles. And so instead, little beep. And now that's 1 of 3. So this portal has 2 keys, and hopefully you can guess what happens now. You can see that key is green, so somewhere around here, probably this one, there's a green door ready for it. So, like, the point is, it's not supposed to be super obvious where the keys are going. Like, guessable, perhaps. But, like, I don't need to spell it out. It's just little things you can make in a slightly more informed choice if you wanted to choose between levels, right? So let's dive on in. See what happens when there's 2. So the GUI was pink, it should have been correct. So both of them exploded. One of them opened that door there, and one of them made that 2 of 3. So I'm going to dive into here. This green level. It's very green, and it's got a green heart. Because the hearts aren't indicative of a level that's going to be unlocked. It's something else. A prime feature, something that possibly justifies the time spent. So you may have noticed that on this half of the screen it's green doors that we've yet to encounter, and this half, green, blue, are blue. So the gimmick is that when you're holding a heart, see, there's no levels for me to show this off, so I'm going to actually have to do this. Beautiful. Did you see that fade away? Just in case you missed it, I could quit out, show you that it's saved correctly, let you see it again. How exciting. Use the mouse. Continue. So yes, pay attention to this and this. So yes, this here, you may have saw it in episode 1 over here. The idea is whenever you encounter a heart, the first time you see it, it's from this. So we're getting a subtly different version of the heart. So we see that door melt away. So we've introduced a burden to the world. That GUI suddenly gotten longer. It's the wrong colour, but that's an easily fixed bug. So if I grab this heart from here, so we now have a heart in the open world, but this heart, see, has a burden. It doesn't let you jump. So we place it down. If I can jump again, this guy will hold the burden for me. I can take it from me if I want, but it's not like a cloud. It doesn't affect the world. In this case, there's ways, but like, let's not go into that. The point is, this is a puzzle game, and I've got to introduce a bunch of rules, and you not being able to jump while holding a heart is an additional rule I didn't necessarily want to explain immediately. So I decided I'd have some easier levels that didn't have burdens. So the idea is these levels, they're going to teach you how to play the game, teach you a little bit about how the heart works, and then once I'm comfortable, you know, then, i.e. you've done the 3 levels that unlocks this, then we're going to unlock the harder levels. So let's jump back out there. So yes, you'll notice, so there are 2 sun gems floating above the head. One of them is green, one of them is yellow. This one's green. It's a dark green, but it is green. So you can see in that heart beyond the lock there, hopefully. And this one, more obviously, orange. So it's pretty obvious by now that they will unlock both of those. But let's see, because I say obvious, I had to program it all. Like, that's the point, right? It's supposed to feel like, oh yeah, it just works. No, nothing just works. I had to do all the work. There you go. And that level was a good example of Eon again, introducing a new concept. And this portal needs 2 keys. See, both the keys are the same colour. They're the same colour as the heart. Because that's what determines it, basically. That asks that what the theme is and then changes the gem accordingly. Whereas these colours are the internal levels. We'll quickly finish those 2. Actually, before I do that, let's leave this level. We'll just quit out again. Make sure it's saved. Oh, now the button works. And yes, this is moved here, but that's fine. Arguably, that's the intention. But yes, let's complete this level and see what happens. Kind of wish I didn't do that so quickly because the theme was a different colour. It was kind of an amber theme, which apparently didn't do a lot of. A bit weird. So you can see, like there's something on the door because it's like a double door. It needs 2 keys to open. Doesn't matter which order you do them. I've got no way of showing that off without going through the entire game again. But I'll spare you that. We'll do the final level here. Well, it's not the final level, is it? So you notice, hopefully you noticed that little subtle little wave it does. It looked quite good there, but sometimes it doesn't look as good. I do need to do a little bit of work. I think those two are a bit too close and it stammers. But and also, yes, you can see that still doesn't mean anything. But yes, we've finally unlocked the final level, which I can't really do because it will crash if I try and interact with that. I mean, I can just go here, finish the game. But yes, that's it. That's all I've done. And it's taken me... Oh, it's taken me so long, let me tell you. I did get distracted. This is what I've been working on all this time. You know, no, that's not quite true. I've actually... not only did I get distracted on different features that actually have showcase videos, I was initially building levels and stuff before I realised I had to make a tutorial. I had to build level structure better. So we press new game just to make sure it's all saved. So all these are open again now. We can do this one here in a different, slightly different order. So the colours are correct. You can see the. Let's open those two up, and you can see that that's now short again. I need to unlock the burden for that to get longer, and we can do this really quickly to show you that it all works as intended. And I need to test this out quite a lot, right? But it's quite funny, some of this. So, this double door, for instance, and this took a little bit more work than you might expect it does. You know, just add a different one. No, it has to have a lot more checks. But this moon just worked. Moon worked straight away. Moon's fine. I basically just typed moon in and it was like, yeah, I get what you mean. Moon. It's obvious. But yeah, that's a lot of the work is in the background that you can't see, right? I mean, that's true for all programming, but the point I'm making is that I can mix up all these levels. I can mix up the themes, and the game's going to know, oh yeah, that's got to go towards that now. Like, if I just plonk down a bunch of portals, right? So I just say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But maybe I want to have level 11, level 9. Like, I can change the order, and it will open up correctly. That will work. But I can also go into, like, an area where I describe the levels, and I can change the themes of the levels. So I can say, oh, that level's now clay, and that level's now glass. And I don't do it on a portal by portal basis. I do it by the level. So it's, you know where it says clay to sunroof? That's the level. I've told the portal that it's that level, and then it goes, okay, let's know all the level stuff that you've told it. So the theme and which doors that level unlocks. Let's do this so you can see the cool burden. And yeah, pay attention to the GUI because it's going to get bigger. There you go. So that's longer because if I grab this, it'll tell me I'm grounded. Like so. Put it down. But yeah, that's been the update. Portals. I know it's not the most exciting video in the world, but it's quite important for how the game works. It means I get to dictate the pace of the game. If people are stuck on a puzzle, they can leave and try a different one. Now, I really did want this hub world. An earlier version of the game, I wanted a sort of Metroidvania type thing, where it was all on the open world. That was a bad idea. Having these individual levels, where you can sort of... This is a terrible example, because I can't actually reach the level from here. Let's see if I can find another level. Let's open it up, shall we? Okay, so we can leave this one. So like, say this level here, you can see the colours are wrong now. It's actually a couple of mistakes. Some of these levels have to be remade, basically, because it's an entirely new system. See, it's crashed. With that, I think I should let you go. But yeah, I'm reasonably happy with how this is. There is a certain point where I have to just say, that's got to be left alone now. I've got to move on and do different things. And I can come back and I can fiddle. Like, I will fix the GUI where it's 2 different colours, because that's really quick. I know what's wrong there. And obviously, anything that causes the game to crash actually does have to be fixed. But, like, all the levels, they're not functional levels. They're from the old version of the game, and I put them in just so I could show you the level system. So don't worry about that. But my point is, there's, like, 100 things I want to do with this level structure, and I just have to say, no, it's fine for the at least for the next demo. It's fine. Like, I can make things shinier, I can polish it a bit more, I can make that curve slightly more dynamic, so depending on the distance, it's more likely to be smooth when it's, you know, there's a bunch of things I can do, and I'm just gonna have to leave them for the time being, because we need to carry on. We need to make a demo that people can actually play. But it's taken me a really long time to get here. I'm really happy with it. And I'm happy that you watched the video. These videos are mostly for me, just so I can say, look, I can put a pin on it and say, I've done a bunch of work. Here's my proof I've done some work. Because originally, that's what the demos are for. So I can say, look, it's in the world. And it takes too long to get a demo out now, so I have to have these little update things that go, I'm doing a thing. I promise I've been doing work. Anyway. I've been John Steppens. This has been a showcase for my portals, which I would totally show you if I wasn't on a crashed screen. I knew I shouldn't have clicked on stuff. Thank you for watching. Hopefully a demo soon, but like soon is months, just not years, right? Anyway, until then, farewell.